Hello, everybody. This is day 3 of my daily videos. I I want to talk about how you talk to people and you really want the message to be clear, but you you want to deliver it in a way that it gets through. I remember when I was growing up, my parents, or should I say my father mostly, how he delivered it was rather harsh, rather strict, and to the point. Um, I remember telling him as I grew older, it's like, Dad, you would totally get your point across if you delivered that message with a softer tongue. How I'm talking to you right now is how I would expect that it would be delivered. And sometimes I remember him telling me, who are you? You're a 27-year-old punk telling me how to speak. I'll never forget that because I always believe your parents are about 90 to 95% right. But I know that 5 to 10% is what I was calling him on because I have strong conviction. My mom always told me that, George, one thing you have to, if you believe something is right, you speak your mind. I don't care if it's me or your dad, really speak your heart, really speak your mind because that's who I am. And so as I came back from California, there were some things around the house because I live with my daughter, and just the clash sometimes that we have, and I could have been a little bit more. I could deliver how I wanted to express to her what I didn't see that was right in my eyes, but I talked to her later on, and I became more calm because I always believe it's how you deliver things and how I got to remember how I was back then and how I do not want to, I don't want to have that same relationship that I had with my father. Not in all senses. Of course, as we grew older, we became best friends and what have you, but it's about how you deliver it, how you deliver advice, how you, even at the harshest times, and when you're angry, you have to really dig deep in order to express your feelings. And there's nothing you're going to gain by yelling, screaming, venting your anger out. There's nothing. It's only going to create animosity in your heart. It's going to create stress, anxiety, all those things that you do not want. Anger is all created by, I always believe, the devil, and the way God wants you to speak is with love, with kindness. And what I want to learn more about and to do more and to express more is how I deliver my words to my kids, to my loved ones, and especially when I pray, and how as far as what I need. I always believe that I got to work on my weaknesses, and that's one of my weaknesses is how I deliver my daily speeches to my daughter, who I love very much. And with Elisa, um, she's 13 years old, who I adore, and my other daughter's 22, who has 2 kids. But and my son Dominic, who's 20, and just recently, me and him got into it for the first time a couple of weeks ago. But I was out of anger about what my life was about, how I wanted to use his vehicle and I couldn't, and I understood why he didn't. But I was more pissed about me, about my situation, because I am unable to drive legally, but I'm gonna get a restricted license here soon, very soon. But I was just angry about because of the situation I put myself in, and I wasn't angry at him, but I was just angry at me. But 30 minutes later, I called him like nothing happened. I was calm, cool, because I cannot have that seed inside my heart toward my son or my kids or to anyone, because I believe as quick it comes in your mind that's as quick as it goes out. Mind you, it wasn't there at the time, but I really thought about it. I really didn't really think much about it because it just comes natural to me about, you also have to forgive yourself. It's like, I can't do this. I'm better than that. I can't, that's the first time we argued and oh my gosh, it's been a while. But that's what I told my son. I'm not like that. And I apologize to him. But it's always important to remember, guys, that you have it. Everybody has it in them. This question: how do you want your day to go by? How do you want? Because there's obviously we don't know what goes behind closed doors, but each and every one of us have a dilemma, and how do we handle that dilemma? It's very important that you handle it with love, kind words, and just try to think before you speak, because a lot of us shoot from the hip, and sometimes bad words come out that we wholly regret, and it's going to hurt people. Because trust me, words, my dad always said, that thing will get you in trouble all the time, and it's going to stick to a lot of people. It's true that we just got to remember to think before we speak, because those words will stick to some people more than other people. But I gotta go. I just like to keep this short and sweet to the point. You guys have a great evening, and I'll be back tomorrow.